Good morning, everyone. Today what we're going to do is talk about scaffolding through participatory music making. And so we've talked a lot about participatory music making throughout the semester, playing our ukuleles and singing together, but we haven't talked that much about scaffolding, but you probably have in your classes, your education classes. So, with you and your partner, come up with a good definition for what scaffolding is. Go ahead. All right, so who's willing to give us a good definition? Go ahead.
It's helping a student do something they wouldn't normally be able to do by themselves.
Okay, cool. Anyone want to add on to that? Helping students do things that they might not be able to do by themselves?
So we talked about gradually decreasing, like as a teacher, decreasing like your support so that the student can build upon and then grow.
Good, so you're kind of decreasing your support as a teacher so that students can build upon and grow, or in the kind of the opposite way of giving them more challenges so that they can challenge themselves and grow while you either stay the same or in our case with the music, just keep participating. What else? What about the students who are struggling? What else? What can you do for them to help scaffolding?
Usually if a student is struggling, you find out how they learn and then give them like little key reminders or little, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, a little bit more assistance.
Perfect. So you figure out where they're at, and then you help them scaffold and grow the same way that you were helping the students who were kind of at the baseline. Great. All right. So that's what we'll be talking about today, and how to do that with music. With participatory music making, we've heard this phrase over and over and over again. It comes from Tom Torino's Music as Social Life, which is a book about how music is social activities. And the participatory music making has a number of characteristics. The four that we kind of focus on in this class, and through this way of playing ukulele, is that there's a low level of entry, a low risk level of entry, okay? So we're making music and there's not too much risk because there's a bigger group, and I try to create a community or an environment of comfort and safety. Then all can participate regardless of their skill level. You've had this over and over again where I say, here's the easy version, here's the hard version, here's our goal as a class. So you can play and participate and sing regardless of how good you are at something. And then your ability can change throughout the your challenge can change throughout the whole process. So you could start off really complicated and they get easier because you're kind of feeling overwhelmed, or vice versa. You start off easy, you're feeling uncomfortable, and then you challenge yourself a little farther. And then finally, there's always these social interactions in music making, which is why we're sitting in a circle, like semicircle, so we can actually kind of interact with each other a little bit more. So let's do the baseline, or what our class goal is to be able to play 4 quarter notes in each measure. Let's try it. Lean is our first note. 1, 2, 3. Lean on me. Don't forget to sing. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Good. How are you feeling? Is that pretty easy? Not so easy? Where are you on our thermometer? Great. So we've done this a bunch. Now, will you imagine or think back to the first time we played this? What were some of the challenges that were happening? Okay, I want to kind of focus on, there's the left hand challenges, there's the right hand challenges, there's the vocal challenges, and maybe there's this group challenges or these social interactions. Will you and your partner, will you talk and try to find maybe one challenge that might have to do with each of these, or if you're still struggling with that, think about what elements the left hand is doing in music. Music elements, what elements the right hand, voice, and then social. Okay, go ahead and check. Take about 10 more seconds. Alright, so let's talk about our left hand. What's our left hand doing? What elements or what challenges are we dealing with the left hand?
Yes.
Switching notes or chords.
Yeah, switching between the chords is probably the hardest thing to do with the left hand. What musical element does that have to do with? What?
Is it melody?
Melody is one line, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the hummable portion of music, so you can't really hum that, can you? You're really talented, you can. But what is this? How many notes are we hearing? How many pitches?
4.
4.
7.
So what does that have to do with what?
Texture.
Texture? Yeah, because you could play like 3 notes, and then 4 notes is a thicker texture, and harmony. Multiple notes or multiple pitches happening at the same time. Good. What about the right hand?
It has rhythm.
Rhythm.
It has to do with rhythm, right? And
Strumming.
strumming. Very good. All right, voice.
Is that melody?
That is our melody. And sometimes we have trouble singing because we're, like, at least in our group, or maybe in some elementary classes, they might not feel very confident in their voices, right? So that has to do with singing and harmony and melody, because we could sing harmonies. How many of you have sung harmonies with your families at home, or maybe in a choir, where you kind of like, yeah, oh, a lot of you. Great, cool. Maybe that's what we could work on later. Singing harmonies will be done. And then what about social? What are some of the challenges of the social aspect?
Maybe people aren't very confident in their skills.
Yeah.
Like they are really timid to actually like try.
Too timid because you're scared that other people are around. Yeah. And also the other thing of maybe we've got a really, really loud player over here that might distract you, or might throw you off, right? So those things happen. Sometimes you can get lost, and sometimes it's hard to play together because you can't hear yourself, or you're trying to listen to someone else, right? Okay, so what are some things that we could adapt to make it easier for certain learners? Think about what we could do with the left hand, the right hand, with our voices, or as a group, okay? Go ahead and chat. We've got 30 seconds. Who's got an idea with the left hand? What's a way we can make the left hand easier? Yes?
We talked about like hitting just the notes,
Yeah, absolutely. So you know C. C's pretty easy, right? Will you play C with me? Only C. Lean on me when you're not strong. Your turn. I'll be your turn. Friend, I'll help you. Good, good. Now the opposite of that is playing the hardest one, which is G for most of you. Go and play G. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you. Yes, good, 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 good. All right, great. What about the right hand? What are some ideas for the right hand? Yes.
Rockstar. Yeah.
Rockstar. Lean on me when you're not strong. Good. What else?
You could also just do 2 since these are 4 notes.
Do
you
2.
can do every other.
Do every other, right. So just do 2 of them. Lean on me when you're not strong. Or do 2 of them at the beginning of the measure, right? Lean on me when you're not strong. Gives you a little extra time to switch. You could also do 3 at a time, right? Lean on me, 2, 3, rest, right? Cool. What about your voice? What's something you could do? I heard someone say it.
Said whisper sing.
Whisper sing, right? Just mumble to yourself. I see that all the time, right? You just get in your own little zone, you're singing yourself, and you're still fully participating, right? What's another idea?
Humming.
Humming it? Perfect. Those are the 2 I had. Oh, and chanting. Lean on me. When you're not strong. You're participating, right? I mean, you're not like working on singing yet, but that's a step, right? Cool, so that would be a good adaptation. And then socially, what can we do to help ourselves? Did anyone get a good idea?
Group activities. You can group activities help you get more comfortable.
Yeah, practicing together. Like, how many times do I say practice with your partner, right? You had a
Yeah, we said make sure like the classroom's like a no judgment zone, and that the student like feels comfortable in that.
Yeah, making sure that you've got that good environment, which I hope we have. Yeah, great. Also, like if you're lost, what do?
Look around.
You look to your partner, right? And it's like the only class that's okay to look to your partner's work, right? All right. And also, here's another one, which you totally love, right? Do the movement. When you're not strong, to help you remember the words, maybe, right? So that's another adaptation. Okay? How do we make it harder or more challenging? Go ahead and chat with your partner. Try to figure out one thing that makes it a little more challenging. Just kind of dive down. All right, let's try the left hand. What's a good idea to make it a little more challenging with the left hand?
Adding in more challenging chords.
Adding in more challenging chords. So we don't know a different C, do we?
No.
Do we know a different G?
Yes.
Yeah.
We do. What G do we know?
G7.
G7. Let's try it real quick. C. Ready, go. C. Back to the F. Now the C. Get ready for the G7.
That's not right.
Good. Yeah. So you can play the G7.
Yeah.
Those of you who remember it. That's why some of you will take the challenge, some of you won't, right? Okay. So we could add more complicated chords, and then the other one that I have for this one is what's called riffing, and we haven't really done that, but when you throw in like individual, so lean on me when you're not strong, and you can like throw that. We haven't worked on that, but that's one thing that you could teach your students how to do. What about the right hand?
The strumming patterns.
Give me an example.
Like down, down, up, down, down.
Down, down, up, down, up, down,
Yeah,
down,
that's
up,
the one.
up, down, up. That's what we've done before, which is what you're trying to say, I think. Right. So you could change the strumming pattern. What's another idea?
The finger picking. Like
Finger picking. Lean on me when you're not strong. Good, good. Another idea?
scraping.
Scraping. Good. Those are the ones I had. I didn't put finger picking up, so you're smarter than I am, totally. And then, what about your voice? How do you make it more complicated? We already said the answer.
You could sing.
You could sing. You could actually sing. Yes. Sing out, sing strong. What else?
Christina Aguilera.
You could riff off it, right? Like, lean on me. You might take over, but that's that's participation. Harmonies, right? Yeah. We got harmonies too, or singing out stronger because, unfortunately, for most of us, our default is right. Okay. And then socially, what can we do?
I said don't look at anybody. You just
All right. So maybe you pull yourself away from trying to do it on your own. Cool. I can see that.
Play with your eyes closed.
Play with your eyes closed. Yeah, exactly. What else? Any other ideas? Here, I'll give you some ideas. Teach something to others. I've seen that happen. That like, oh, try this. Like if you know how to palm mute and you want to try to teach someone, you're socially interacting to be able to participate again, or scheme with each other. So that's what we're going to try right now. Okay, here are your options. You and your partner are going to try to scheme to make up something a little more challenging. If you have a cool idea, a rock and roll, strum, palm mute, riffs, whatever that might be, teach it to your partner, and then you try it this next time we play it. Option 2, you could use quarter notes and eighth notes, ta, ti, ta, ti, or ti, ta, whatever you want to do. Try to come up with an ostinato and just strum that. You could work on singing harmonies together right now. Or the last one is think of something musical that you could do, whether that's on the ukulele, the voice, or maybe grab another instrument to add and participate into the group. So go ahead, you have 30 seconds to figure out what you want to do and then we'll practice it. Scheme. You've schemed.
Do whatever you want.
We'll give you like a practice round, then we'll do it again. Okay, so we'll do it twice. Ready? Please try to remember to sing, but if you're participating so hard on your adaptation, we'll deal. Ready? 1, 2, sing. Lean on me when you're not strong. So moving on, what we want you to think about is we're going to be working with the first graders at Miami in a couple of weeks. So what I want you to do is think about how you might scaffold things to help everyone be able to participate. If you're doing a singing exercise, what are some things that might make it easier for some or more challenging for some so that they're not bored? All right, so thank you very much.